All right. 1 2 1 2 1 2. Okay, yes. I have returned. Hang on, I need to apply a filter to the mic because I've got 4 fans blaring right at me. Filters. Noise suppression?
But now, yeah, I'm thinking I'm back.
Okay, how about now? How does that sound? I barely even hear the fans. Hooray! All right. Yeah. Sorry it took so long. Quite a bit of things happening. Yeah. Cyrinus. Welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, so potato typing. Nice. So I got home and then I booted up the PC, opened up OBS, turned on all the cameras, and lo and behold, this is what my camera colors were. I was Shrek or a minion, whatever colors you want to choose. So, and that affected all the HDMI cameras for the Camlink Pro PCI card. So then I restarted the PC, and then when it restarted, none of the cameras were detected. I'm like, oh shit, okay, did I do something wrong? And then I restarted the PC again.
Enhance.
And now we're back. We're back online. So, yes, I think we are back. Oh, but welcome on in. Hopefully everyone is doing well on this Friday night. Yeah, so early in the previous stream, an hour ago, I was testing out a cloud-based relay server to negate the use of having to use a home PC running OBS. Now, I've been asked to beta test it, and it is being developed by one person in the United States, and they have a servers in the United States currently. Now, I'll see if I can... oh, excuse me. Let me see if I can show it without showing it, if that makes sense. Okay, so we need to have the main screen. Does that show off anything? Ingests. Nope. Well, at the moment, it is what it is. So, and I didn't want to. Again, this is still in testing stages, so it's not quite there, and I don't want. Well, the developer doesn't want too many people just asking the exact same questions like, oh, can you add this? Can you do this? Can you do this? We'll just work on it one at a time. Finally have your OBS set up a bit more for streaming. It's been ages since you've done a yeah. The only time I've ever seen you stream is IRL. So it was actually just a Discord private message. That's it. All right, let's switch over. All right, so this is the dashboard. It's a web-based dashboard. Now I have cropped it so you don't see the any naming, hopefully, of the site. Now this is the preview window. It's currently turned off. And then this is some stats: duration, bitrate, latency, and any frames dropped. Then we have an indicator whether or not an incoming stream is detected. Then we go through some of the scenes. We have be right back, privacy, mute, refresh, preview starting soon, as well as an outro for ending stream. And then here we have a slider to enable auto start on once you start pushing in a stream. So this will, you can then start from Moblin, and then this site, once it receives an incoming stream, will then start the streams to your chosen platforms. In this case, I have Twitch, Kick, and YouTube custom via the RTMP stream URL and stream key. And that is it for the dashboard. Now I can, oh, there's really nothing on, so I can't really test it, but let's go into settings. Here there is a settings title, but it's just been cropped because I don't want to show off the website yet. So here we have ingests. These are all incoming streams into the cloud-based relay service. Then we have destinations. These are all your platforms that you choose. So at the moment, it's just Twitch, Kick, and YouTube. Then we have monitoring. So you can grab this URL and then add it to a VOC and then play it to see if you can see the stream. Then we have some scenes that we will go through soon. Then we have connections. This will enable you to change titles as well as chat commands within your preferred platform. And then we have accounts. Right, let's go into ingests. Does it have remote OBS? You can log into or custom. So there is no OBS. From what I understand, this is it. So besides from the predetermined scenes, that's it. You can't add more, you can't remove it. These are all your scenes, which is typical for an IRL scene. You need a starting scene, a live scene, a be right back screen, and then an ending scene. And then you can choose to have privacy and all the other stuff as well. So let's go back into settings. Let's go into, hang on. I'll just check. Okay. Yeah, that should be fine. All right, here we are. This is the ingest settings within the cloud-based relay server. This symbol is your streaming device. And then, oh, okay, you know what? Fuck, you're already seeing it now. Fuck! It's fine. I don't think, no, there isn't an options to add a scene at the present moment. So the incoming stream, there are three. You can select Moblin, you can select OBS desktop, which I attempted to do prior, and then you can select IRL Pro, or you can plug in those addresses into a Bellerbox board, I believe. So the great thing is that this particular service has SRT-LA built in. So, and this service also offers a SRT-LA relay as well, which points directly to this site. So right now we can select Moblin, and this is what it shows. You can reveal a QR code, to which then you can use your iPhone to then take a photo of the QR code, and that will automatically import all the URL data into Moblin as a stream address. All right. Now let's go to OBS desktop. And this here is the OBS this is the OBS address that you paste into your OBS stream destination. Now it's hidden, so I don't want to show it. And now if we select IRL Pro, as with a Bellerbox Cloud, you type in the server address. You know what? It's fine. Whatever. It is what it is. You type in the server address, the port, as well as the stream ID specific to this SRTLA relay. And this also should work for BellaBox encoders as well. So you should be able to add in a custom server, port, and then the very specific stream ID. So iRoll Pro / BellaBox, OBS Desktop, Moblin. All right, now let's go back into the settings. So we were at ingests. Let's now go into destinations. Let me just check first. Oh, okay, doesn't show much. So at the present moment, with the plan, I think it's $40 US. You are able to stream to 3 destinations, which in this case is Twitch, Kick, and YouTube. Can you control it with chat commands, or do you need to have UI open? We'll come back to that, because there is a connections tab, which then you can authorize each platform. But there is an issue that I have experienced, and I will get to that in a second. So here, as you can see, for the top section, this is Twitch, and I've already linked it to my Twitch account, so I'm able to modify and change the titles. The second tab is for Kick. Now, I have yet to configure the Kick authorization to be linked to this relay service, hence why this stream title option isn't available for the Kick at the present moment. And then we have a third stream destination, which is typically YouTube. But I have mentioned before that the YouTube, let me see, I did screenshot it, that I was not comfortable with showcasing it. How do we add it? Where's the pen? Is that the pen? Okay. Save as a copy. Screenshots. Oh, you know what? Let's go back out. Save there. Okay. So let's go back into pictures. All right. So as I mentioned, you can cheese. Thank you. You can link your services to this relay service. Now, let's go to desktop mode. So I've already linked my Twitch and authorized it, so I'm able to make changes. I've linked my Kick, but I haven't authorized it as of yet, so I can't change any titles here. For YouTube, I might actually delete that because it wasn't working. So let's delete that, close, or delete. Give it a second. All right, so this, with the $40 plan, you have the ability to stream to 3 platforms: YouTube, Twitch, Kick, YouTube. So we've already established Twitch, we've already established Kick, and now we can select YouTube. And then here, YouTube doesn't use a stream key here StreamForge creates a fresh broadcast automatically each time. Now, we can connect to YouTube and then enter in your Google credentials and all that. However, as I was going through the process, I came across this section, and I did not want to continue further with the method of signing in via Google. So I'll just quickly read it for you. This app, the Relay service, wants permission to do anything you can do on your YouTube account. For example, it will be able to see, edit, and delete your videos, playlists, and subscriptions, rate videos, as well as post, edit, or delete your comments and captions. So that is a level of access that I do not want anyone else to have. So I did not continue logging in through Google or YouTube in that way, because yeah, as you can see, I don't know if giving this service permissions, they will have the ability to then delete all my existing videos. So yeah, so I did not continue using this method. So I did ask the developer to create one called custom RTMP. And for those who do use YouTube to stream, you can create a custom stream key and then push your stream using that stream key for YouTube. However, in the first test that I did do when I was on the beach, the YouTube worked for 15 minutes and then it stopped. Now, today is the second time I've tested this service and YouTube didn't even start, even though I put in the custom URL. Now that Cliff has mentioned it, it has certainly been a while since I've used that custom key. Sorry, not URL. So that key may have been expired. So I'll have to generate a new key and then plug and chug it into here and do another test, at least longer than 15 minutes, to see if all three streams hold up. So this is the destinations of your endpoint platforms that you want to push to. So let's go back into settings. So we've walked through ingests, we've walked through destinations. Now we click on monitoring. Now these are URLs that you can watch a preview of your stream, and this is a URL for your stats. I would just approve the auth page for testing, then remove it after in the settings. Maybe, but I haven't. I know that once you approve it, in some situations, it's harder to remove those settings, or to remove that permission. You know, you give an inch, they take a mile. But yeah, I guess I could set up a new account, create a brand new YouTube account just for testing, and then see if that is viable in the future. But you know, I don't want to have to go through the whole hurdles of creating a brand new Gmail account and then creating a brand new YouTube account, and then it's crazy. So yeah, this is for playback and monitoring. Let's go back into settings. Let's go into scenes. Now these are the 4 scenes that are available within this particular Relay service. So we have a be right back, we have a privacy screen, we have a starting soon screen, and then we have an outro for closing and ending your stream. I currently only have 2 scenes created, a starting soon as well as a be right back. I have yet to create a privacy video or a outro video. So I might do that at some point. That way then I can do a proper stream of starting soon, a be right back, a privacy, and then an outro for ending the stream itself. So let's go back into settings. Now we are into connections. Hang on. Okay. So these are the connections that I've mentioned earlier. I have already connected Twitch. So now we have, well, broadcasters and moderators have the ability to switch scenes on the broadcaster's behalf. So we have be right back, privacy, live, mute, unmute. I also have the ability to disable chat commands as well, but I'll just leave it open for the time being. YouTube, as I mentioned before, the linking is giving too high of a level of access. So until the server and site is able to lower the permissions, then I won't connect it, and I'll just stream manually via a custom RTMP to YouTube. And then we have Kick, which I have yet to connect to. So, all right, let's go back into settings. And then account, hang on. Make sure nothing's shown. Connected as me. No names. All right. So this is the billing part. So there is currently 4 4 tiers of utilizing or of using this service. For $10 USD a month, you get 2 ingest slots of SRT/SRT, and then you can use your home OBS and then utilize this site as a SRT/LA relay endpoint, much like a BellaBox Cloud. But for this, for $10 you get 2. So yeah, okay. On the next tier up, we have $20 a month USD. You can push your stream to this online relay service, and then this will then push to a single destination. So this $20 a month tier has a be right back on stream disconnection. Then we go up a next tier for $30 USD. You get everything in the starter package, but you also get the scenes, be right back, privacy, starting soon, and outro, and push out to 2 destinations. And then for the pro tier, we get all the disconnect protection, the scenes, as well as the ability to push to 3 separate destinations. Yeah, that's pretty much it. There's nothing else here. Now, let's go back into settings and let's go into ingests. So this is something that's also interesting as well. Because we have 3 ingests, Moblin, Desktop, and IRL Pro, Moblin will always be priority. Even if you're pushing out a stream via desktop, Moblin will always have priority. Once Moblin IRL streams dies or stops, then OBS desktop will take over. But if OBS desktop isn't pushing out, you'll just switch over to be right back. So yes, 20 and up. Oh, hang on. Settings, account. Now, this is all subject to change. Nothing is set in stone. Okay? Again, this is all being developed. So, for the remote server, one destination plus a auto be right back recovery once. Oh, not once. An auto be right back recovery if your Moblin stream dies. Which is actually pretty good. You know? So you don't need to have a home PC if you're just going to do a single stream out. And then will get... You're pushing SRT LA to the cloud. And then the cloud pushes it to Twitch. And then if your SRT LA dies, the cloud will switch over to be right back and continue the stream to Twitch while you fix your shit IRL and continue to do that. Downside is, at the present moment, there is no browser sources available. That will probably be added into the standard and the pro. I don't know. Don't quote me. And then for the standardized scenes of Be Right Back, Privacy, Started Soon, and Outro, it's $30 a month, USD. Yeah. Yeah. That's pretty much it. It's a very simple configuration that in order to access this dashboard, you just need to access a web page, and you just need internet. And the way that I've signed in using my Twitch account. So, yeah. JPR, welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. So I'll probably have to do more testing with the desktop mode, because in the previous testing that I did do, we had the exact same issue of a lot of mud happening on stream, and the stream itself did not clean up. So, yeah. Although I haven't tried a different OBS to push out to the cloud. I've only tried the home PC. So I don't know. I don't think it's my OBS's problem, because right now this home PC is pushing out an SRT stream to my mini streaming PC, and then that is pushing out to Restream. So yeah. And it's all web-based, so it shouldn't be an issue with... I don't think it's an issue with ports either. Or port forwarding. So... okay. Let's see. Facecam. Alright, let me just quickly check something. Nope. Because I'm still working. Oh, so early today I was testing out a online service that would allow me to stream to the site, and then the site would then stream to the endpoint platforms. So I don't need to have a PC running at home. So that's all just testing. We've ran into a few issues, and I will report that back to the developer and then see what can happen. Sebastian, welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. Yeah. I didn't take that many photos. Sorry. I didn't take that many behind the scenes photos of the fashion thing that I attended last night. I was working, so I had to create a configuration to take photos and print. It's Stream Forge, but right now it's still under development, so I'm still working through some of the kinks and issues with the developer to see if they're able to get it in a more better running state. So yeah, right now we're just discussing about some of the issues with some of the configurations for the online relay service. Yeah, maybe have a action for next time for BTS. So I will be doing it again tomorrow night, and I've literally had to pack the photo booth, but I was lucky enough to, the casino was allowed a majority of us to store our equipment inside one of the rooms, so that kind of lessens the burden of carrying everything from the van to the venue. So tomorrow I'll set up a Action 4 and just do a full time lapse stream. I'm just gonna, fuck it. I'm just gonna stream it. I'll just stream it. It'll be fine. I'll just stream it. Yeah. Ask for your stream IRL. You still use Bedbox? I use a majority of items, depending on the need. I've found that when using a Bellobox encoder, it's a lot more stable. It's a lot more bulletproof, right? But there has been some advancements with an app called Moblin, which is only iOS based devices. So some users are either in one camp or the other, Android or iPhone. So for those users who are in Android, there is another app that's currently available called IRL whatever. Now again, every rig and configuration isn't for everyone. So not everyone is able to, first of all, get their hands on a Rock 5B Plus because of the current chip shortages, which has now surged the pricing of these by almost double. That's one. Number two, these are currently only available in China. So I've had to order it. When I ordered mine, I had to order mine through AliExpress. Some users are unable to even purchase anything from China. So I'm trying to figure out other options and alternatives for those users who are essentially stuck with what they're using. So for iPhone, I would suggest Moblin, which is a free app. For Android, at least with the devices that I've tested on, is Samsung Galaxy's S series. I would suggest IRL Pro as a base app with limited features, but if you want more features, then I would suggest IRL whatever, which is, they're both free apps. Now, all these apps that have mentioned utilizes a streaming protocol called SRTLA. Now, and all of these apps that I've recommended are targeted at users who have limited finances per month. So most of those users would most likely be streaming from their phone while IRL back to their home machine, and then the home machine will push to Twitch. That is the process in which it's a lot more budget friendly. Amazon, the Radzo Rock 5A is actually quite good. But again, some users are unable to acquire the board itself, whether it be due to the rising costs or the unavailability in their country, or their inability to actually order it from China. So, example, the Bella Box you already caught on with the new Plate 6. What? The new Plate 6. Sorry, I'm not understanding that line. Okay. Yes. So traditionally, Bella Box is far out paces all the apps. It isn't until probably 8 months ago where Moblin, could have been a year now. Yeah, it might have been a year ago. Moblin introduced a app called Moblink, which when an Android device is connected to the same Wi-Fi network that your iPhone running Moblin is in, that Android device with the Moblink app is then able to share its internet data to the primary iPhone running Moblin, thus allowing for more multiple internet connections to bond together, which is what Bella Box and Bella Box Cloud was able to do with link aggregation and bonding multiple internet connections for a more stronger upload speed. Thank you. I have no idea what that means. I apologize. Pretty bad times. History repeated itself again. In a very short time span, you had to order a Jetson Nano in Singapore, you believe. I still have 4 Jetson Nanos right now. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I have 4 Jetson Nanos, and they still work fine. It's just that I like to use the Rock 5A or the Rock 5B Plus or the Orange Pi because it's actually a lot more efficient in terms of power usage. For the same board and stream, say I was able to get 10 hours worth of runtime with one power bank, and using that same power bank to power and run the Jetson Nano using a Camlink 4K or using a USB UVC, I was probably only be able to get 7 hours. So using the newer boards is a lot more efficient in terms of power usage as well. Moblink was actually a game changer for phone streaming, indeed. You need to test Moblink again. There are multiple apps using it. Also, iRaw whatever can use it, you believe. They also gave their own name. Yes, so iRaw whatever has Moblink integration built in, along with SRT-LA. They haven't changed the name. It's still Moblink. So, yeah. Jetson Nano seems to work better than your Orange Pi 5 Plus. You notice Orange Pi use less watts. It seemed even better than a Bella Box B, which is kind of weird. Yes, I think the development of the Bella Box B was, for its time, pretty good for what it offered. But then you have all these newer boards that have been released and offered a lot more, in some sense, features as well as battery usage and heat dissipation. I've noticed that my Rock 5B Plus operates at about 55 to 60 degrees Celsius. Or the operating temperature that's red is about 55 to 60 degrees Celsius. Now the Jetson Nano is it operates at 70. So it's just like, whoa. And that's with fans blowing on it. Okay, okay, no worries. I'm just trying to figure out example with BellerBox you already caught on with the new plate 6. With the new plate 6. Tenku. Alright, what's a plate 6? Copy. Paste. You have 2 fans on the Nano, 2 different Noctuas. Yeah. Hang on. Let me move my dish. Okay, I can't get to it. Shit. Damn it. Thought I could. Oh well. Oh. Amazon. Amazon TJ. Sorry if I've butchered your name. Amaze. I'm just going to call you Amaze. You mentioned you have an Orange Pi 5 Plus. Okay. Are you aware of a modification called Video Mixer? Oh, you're Dutch? Okay. Nice. I think I have a cousin who lives in Netherlands. Can't remember where. Yes. My brother, I think, visited him a couple times. So, yeah. But you mentioned you have an Orange Pi 5 Plus. V Mixer. No, it's not. So, the Video Mixer is a brand new, like 2 months old, brand new modification that you can run alongside the BellerBox software in order to feed in multiple cameras. And then you have the ability to switch between cameras as well, either via a chat command or via a web page remote as well. So that, I think, is, once all the kinks are ironed out, I think is going to be a game changer. The ability to have multiple cameras plugged into a single encoder board that you are then able to switch between each camera, or even display all cameras at the same time on the one scene. You just got your Mission 1 Pro working on Android with the Elgato Cam Link and a cheap little USB hub. Nice. What app are you using? What app are you using on the Android in order to accept the HDMI video signal from the Cam Link? Because there's another app you might want to look into if you're going to use a Android specific device. Live Streamer. Okay, so Live Streamer, for those who don't know, Live Streamer has integration of SRT-LA bonding, so that's already automatic. Now I don't know if Live Streamer has updated itself to also incorporate MobLink. Let me check Live Streamer's releases. Yeah, MobLink. MobLink has been added. since 19th of July, MobLink has been added into Live Streamer. So for those who aren't aware, that then will allow for more multiple internet connections to be connected to the Android device. Now, the limiting factor of IRL Pro is the maximum amount of internet connections you can feed it. Being a smartphone, and with IRL Pro, you can connect Wi-Fi, you can connect the internal SIM card, and then you can connect an Ethernet connection via an adapter through USB Type-C. So that's the maximum you can feed into IRL Pro. Now, with these newer apps, IRL whatever, Live Streamer, they now have integrated MobLink. So not only can you utilize the original 3 connections, Wi-Fi, cellular, and Ethernet via adapter, you can now connect MobLink if it's all on the same Wi-Fi network. And I don't know what the limiting factor in for this, but I've only got 4 SIMs, so I can only test 4 SIMs. Also, SRT-LA windows are pretty good visible and maybe understandable. Yeah. I think SRT-LA is, for its uses, is amazing. Because it allows you to connect, again, multiple interconnections at a fraction of the cost of what other pro users uses. And yeah. I found some difficulty when trying to use a live streamer in my experience, at least with some USB capture devices. You could also connect a old 5G modem, Acer M5, but the battery swells and the Wi-Fi doesn't work. Yeah. So all these other extra things you can do. However, again, if it's able to be used for a long period of time, might be your downfall. Because I've got a couple of older iPhones, but the battery in them doesn't last long. So it's become more of a hindrance as opposed to a benefit when trying to at least utilize that specific device as a MobLink internet provider to Moblin. Yeah. One of the Android devices that I've been playing around with, so Android configurations, is so I have an S25 Plus. And top down. This here is a J5 Create Video Capture Hub. So what this allows me to do is to connect a HDMI input and then connect that into my smartphone. Then this has 2 USB 3.0 ports as well. I have since created this 3D print along with a phone clamp. So that then allows me to slide this hub into the 3D printed case. And then with this phone clamp, I'm then able to slide in this smartphone, tighten it down, and now connect it into, oh, hang on, slides up here. Then I'm able to connect it into the S25 Plus in a very configured configuration. Damn words, am I right? Now, oh, sorry, that was loud. Now, I can then connect this into a handle. We'll slide that in. No. So unfortunately, iPhones. Well, technically, yes, it can, but it can't be utilized with the Moblin app.
Robust. Precise.
So there is no direct UVC integration into the Moblin app when running on an iPhone. If the app is running on an iPad, yes, it is able to detect this video capture hub and then see the HDMI input. However, the iPhone does not. But when using a different device and a different app, this here is the Axoon CMO. This is essentially a HDMI capture device. When you plug this into a iPhone and then use the CMO app from Axoon, you are able to see the HDMI input. So I think it's to do with the company not wanting to give permission for a program such as Moblin, which is essentially open source. So yeah, that's probably came down to that. So yeah, here S25 Plus along with the video capture hub in a very sturdy handle. Now I will connect this adapter, and then I will connect a HDMI action camera like so. Actually, I might just take it off for now. So essentially this snaps in like that, and then you can have it as a handhold device. So now the smartphone will act as essentially a video encoder with bonding. Now, the reason why I've chosen to use the J5 Create video capture hub is because it also has the ability to connect USB Type A cables. So what that means is that if for some users who aren't able to acquire a HDMI camera, they can also connect a UVC camera, which in this case I have a DJI Pocket 3. And then I can connect the cable from this DJI Pocket 3 into the USB 3.0 hub. And then this adapter is then able to switch between either HDMI input or USB UVC input. You also have adapter cables. Any good ones that last? I can't really tell you. Only because I've gone through so many, none of them lasts. It's insane. So Jazzy, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. It's been a while, by the way. Yes. So yeah. So for those users, now this in comparison to a BellaBox encoder, which at the time costs $160 Australian, and then connect your camera to it and you're able to stream. Now you can use the cost, and the cost is just so far out there. You can use a smartphone. So but I would suggest using a smartphone that's relatively recent, because my S21 Ultra, which is my daily driver, does work. However, it does struggle in some scenes. So yeah, it's best to try and utilize a more recent smartphone for that video encoding. Were you able to try the Pocket 3? No, Pocket 4P? No, we don't have a DJI store here in Darwin. It has been crazy, amazing. Oh, thank you, Jazzy. Yes, I haven't been live a lot. I'll try to stream at least once a week. But I'm going to try and push for more. You met a guy, he bought 3 of those for DJ things. I could not talk long enough to him if he got any discounts or something. Oh. He bought 3 DJI Pocket 4Ps. God damn. In Australia, it's $1,000 for a single DJI Pocket 4P standard combo. I don't think it's even a combo because there's really not much in it. But yeah, this is for those users who want to be able to stream with a better camera than the phone camera. Yeah. All right. I'll be back in a sec. It was on stream, Pride Parade in Amsterdam. Oh, okay. He bought 3 of them. Jesus. That's crazy. That is a very bad joke. Jazzy, why? He got 34p. Yes. 3 4Ps. Loves her mum jokes. We're in Australia, so stick to the U. Okay, so I want to show something. This is in regards to last night. Let's see, what DFW? Okay, so desktop. All right, so actually I should show that as well, shouldn't I? How do I? Okay. So this is the event I was attending last night to provide photo booth and photography. So I set up a very portable temporary photo station in front of the Vogue booth. Now, this is a video. It's on Discord, so that's the Vogue booth. And now switch over to number 1. These are some of the images from the night. Now, unfortunately, the perspex that they use as the glass reflected quite a bit, so it was very very glossy, very reflective. And let me just fix that. Okay, as you can see, yeah, no, I can't fix that. Not IRL, not in real life. So these are the JPEGs. I was thinking about that. Could I use would a polarizing filter cut that or no? See, this is bad. Let me roll 100%. So as you can see, the ripples reflected the massive TV screen that was literally behind me. And yeah, so these are all straight from the camera, and as you can see, it isn't as punchy as I'd like. I need to color correct, or at least get a proper white balance, because this interior was actually white, so I need to get a proper white balance. Probably increase the contrast to make the darks darker. A circular polarizing filter is primary lens used to eliminate reduced reflections. If you have someone around, it might help. Hang on. What is the lens? Right, so this is the lens I'm using. This is a Panasonic f2.8 50 to 150, 40 to 150 f2.8. The filter size is 72. So, you know, I actually might have a filter. Hold. Okay. Side note, you might be coming back to streaming later this year, early next year. Oh yeah, no worries. Let me know. So this is dirty, but I'll clean it up. I think this might be just a ND filter, not a circular polarizing filter. Now the good thing is this is actually the same thread size. So how this works is, how do I remove this then? Do I? Yeah, how do you remove it? Can it be removed? Okay, I don't know if this lens hood can be removed, but essentially what this allows me to do is to screw this on like so, and then if I need a clear lens without any filters, this thing slides up, and then if I need a filter, boom, and then increase or decrease the fader. So yeah, this is just a ND. It's not a circular polarizing one. And then like, oh, okay. Shoot normal. And then pop down. Yeah. Let me see. I don't think I have a circular polarizing filter. So let's go circular polarizing. How much do they cost? A circular polarizing filter attaches to camera lens. So you spell it? Nope. Okay, that's how you spell it. Let's go. Hi-Fi. 52 circular polarizing filter. All right, so one store does sell it, but Camera House 200. What the fuck? No. Nope. I want cheap. Cheap. Camera House. Yeah. I realized that. I spend way too much for this size. Also, welcome in GK Plug. Hope you're doing well. Now, is a circular polarizing lens filter... Oh, let's exclude marketplace. It's just a filter, right? Or does it turn like that? Wait until you see the 4Ps in the future. You can see the future. 72mm polarizer filter. 72 ProMaster. In stock, low stock. Okay. So how does a CPL work? Hang on. I don't actually know how it functions physically. So let me just look at some videos. They exist to counter glare. You just know, yep. And reflections. Okay, oh, let me look. Reflections. So can it light reflections? Okay, so on a car. Okay, this is a video that I'm looking at now. And there's ads, of course. All right, skip. Let's increase the... So does he show? Okay. Okay. So you twist or you rotate to control the power of the polarizer. Okay, let's see how it looks. But if I add a CPL, that will bring down the darkness. Sorry, that will, yeah. So then I have to increase either ISO or decrease shutter or decrease aperture in order to compensate for the added stop. Okay. Okay, so he's rotated and the... Okay, hang on. There's... Okay, this is what I'm looking at here, near the bottom bumper. Will the CPL minimize it? kinda. So yeah, it shifts across. So it's not perfect. Okay. This is something that's very similar to what was shown on the photos. So I want to see how... Oh. Ooh. Ooh, okay. Always you make me watch you live and all your setup of IRL because you have studied them and how you do them. No worries. If you have any questions, GK Plug, you can ask away, or you can join my Discord, !Discord. It's quite a few channels there. So if you're interested in doing any IRL streaming and you need some questions answered or any tips or hints or tricks, let me know and I'll be happy to answer them for you. No worries. All right. So the reason why polarizer at maximum. Okay, so this is polarizer at minimum. That can't be right. I mean, look at it. Look at the difference. This is apparently the polarizer at minimum, and this is at maximum. But now the blue is more punchy. Oh, has it not shown up? Oh, that's right. Yeah, I don't think it shows up in YouTube. Hang on, please hold. Paste. Apologies for that. There you go. It doesn't show up. I'm not seeing it. Weak man. Hang on. Let me refresh before I, Nah, it doesn't show up. This is the YouTube, but it doesn't show up in YouTube. So there you go. That's why. That is why. Okay. Where were we? Okay, so desktop. Let's see other pictures. Okay, yeah, this is a good example where you can see a vehicle in the reflections and you don't want it there. Hopefully. Oh, what happened there? Okay, that could have been photoshopped. So, oh, okay. I don't see anything pop up though. Ah. Okay, all right. Thank you then, Wigman. Remind me to have a look at the missions within YouTube chat. Okay. Let's yeah, but I don't know if YouTube even have mods. Let me know. Okay, let's see. Why? So it's removed some of the reflections, but okay, that's a horrible reflection there. Let's play. So, okay. All right. So yeah, this is the images. Let me just fast forward. So yeah, if we go back one, you can see now the reflection just blocked her face. So let's go here. So yeah, these are images straight from the camera, and then I just plugged and chugged it through a program to add an overlay and then spit it out through the printer. But let me show you what it looks like when I had it recorded through a monitor. Where did I put it? Ah, okay. I think it was like perspex or temporary, maybe clear vinyl, because that it needed to be see-through. Okay, let me just quickly show this, maybe. Okay, so this was recorded on the Atomus Ninja. No worries. Now, if we go into...
Looks like meat's back on the menu, boys.
Transform. Close. Video crop 1:1. Ah, okay. And then if we were to... Okay. So... we need something a bit more brighter. Okay, so we can see the reflection from the perspex screen. Now let me look for the actual image. Three of them. And here's the video. Okay, let's switch to here. Okay. So on the left is video. On the right is the captured image. This here, I believe, is the JPEG straight from the camera. So let me just mute that. Right. So here they are, getting ready. So you can see the glare that's showing up on the perspex that is unfortunately reflecting all the other big screens behind me. It was an awards night. Now, as soon as the shutter clicks, it turns the screen black. And this is the captured image here. But as you can see, the reflection has now created something weird. All right, let's go to the next shot. Okay, so that was the next shot. So that should be here. And then... so this is something I don't understand as well. This is a HDMI output from the camera into a monitor that was recording. So I don't know if was there an extra highlight added or not. Let's record this. Okay, and then I think there was one more. Then out they go. So yeah, this was... so if I were to correctly white balance the internal box, Hopefully that doesn't adjust the image too much. Because yeah, there's a magenta type thing here, but so this is straight from camera. So I think, do I even have the prints? All right, be back in a sec. I need to figure out.
Yeah, but I scared them off with that precision.
Alright, I got my load out.
The full
What the
auto.
hell did you just shoot at him?
the full auto. The Carrick
Oh.
Dot 300.
We gotta move.
We gotta go, we gotta go, we gotta
We
go.
gotta move.
Yeah, the
CFB, why are you staring?
Okay, so here. So it doesn't get rid of the reflections entirely. Let's run that. So there is some extra reflection near the center of the windscreen, but as soon as the CPL make the adjustments, it does fade away. Kinda. You can, if you know where to look, you can see it. But that screen isn't polarized, so it doesn't have any tint. Will it work? Okay, does a CPL filter work on Windows without a tint? Why? Normal clear glass reflects light in the random way. Okay, so CPL won't even work in that regard. What is a multi-camera? It is called. Oh, hang on. So you may have to join the IRL Plus Discord, and then. Okay, yep. Okay, hey, where is IRL Plus? IRL Plus. You're in the Discord? Yes. So IRL Plus. Products. Video mixer. Yes. And then you need to follow the steps to SSH into your Bella Box board. Then you need to sudo command install the video mixer. Then restart your Bella Box encoder, which I think in your case is the Orange Pi, and then play around with it. Yeah. It's for its new feature. It's only 2 months old. I think is awesome. There is a few quirks here and there that can get solved, but I think it's pretty good. Why should you use IRL Toolkit? Depends on if you have the necessary monthly finances to support that purchase. GK plug. IRL Toolkit is a great it is a great service to use because then it frees you from having to rely on a PC that you have to have on all the time while at home. Now, as I mentioned, hopefully, if you wish to use RL Toolkit, you will need to make sure you have the necessary funds in order to support that. So as you can see, for a standard package, you're paying $129 US a month. You get 1080p 60. There's a full web dashboard, Twitch chat, RTMP or SRT. And then you can push out to 2 platforms of your choice, such as Twitch and YouTube. But then you can pay 180 and then you can get extra stuff. Now, again, depends on your needs. If you're pushing out Unlimited IRL, I think it's called. And there's another one called Anti-Scuff, I believe. So the purpose of using these cloud-based relay services is so that you don't have to have a PC at home where you're pushing your IRL stream to, and then the PC at home is then pushing out to your platforms of choice. So the purpose of utilizing a cloud-based service is so that you can send your IRL stream to that particular site, and then that site will then push that stream to your platforms such as Twitch or YouTube. So here we have another cloud-based relay service. Well, they're having a sale on. So Cloud OBS hosting. Again, depending on your needs, $50 to $60 a month. You have push out 1080p 30 or 60. You have overlays and alerts, disconnect protection, SRT, RTMP, and then I think it pushes to a platform of your choice. And then if you decide to get the upgraded version, you then have a full essential remote PC to log into and then do configurations of your setup that you want. You think those people know each other from the people from RL Plus and Rational? Yeah, everyone knows everyone in those scenarios. You had a 1-month trial from TwitchCon for Streampool and now a 2 weeks for Stream Run. Ah, nice. Oh yeah, Stream Run and Stream something else are also available options as well. Unfortunately, being a cloud-based service, it does require costs to run a server. So unfortunately, there is not one that is for free. So again, for those who are more of the budget minded streamer, they would typically have a PC at home running OBS, in which you are sending your IRL stream to that PC, and then that PC pushes out to your platform of choice. So again, as I mentioned, depending on what your financial situation is, it will determine on what services or procedures that you'll be utilizing for your own streams. Is the cheapest cloud service for Relay Plus straight to platform? Sorry, I've got links censored at the present moment, Andy. So Ice Posada made also his own streaming app and he wanted to give a free cloud OBS also. You have a free one also. You can make one from Oracle Cloud. Stream Run. All right, thank you. Yeah, so none of the, just put into perspective, none of the cloud-based relay OBS services are actually for free. At least the ones that are more user friendly and pretty much active from the moment you subscribe or the moment you pay your subscription. Whereas, as Amaze is mentioning with Oracle Cloud, the setup and configuration does take time. I've personally never attempted to do that for free. So I've always wanted to have everything that I can do within my control. So if I need to shut down the PC or do a restart on the PC, I can use Google Remote to log in and then do all that. But with this new relay service that I'm testing out now, I was fortunate enough to be given a beta access, which allows me, or which grants me 14 days as a free trial. And so far we found some kinks and bugs, but I think with more testing we can iron out a bit more to make it pretty straightforward and user friendly. Again, I think having a feature for browser source overlays will be more of a benefit. So if the developer is able to figure that out and incorporate it within one of the bundles or the plans, then I think that will be a pretty good way to start. So for this year, its basic one is $50 a month US. The StreamForge server relay that I'm playing with, its maximum tier is $40 US. So yeah. So unfortunately there isn't any free at the present moment, and it'll be pretty hard to justify having a free service. So you're testing out Stream Run 14-day free trial now, and the plan is only $25 a month. Okay, let me look. Stream Run, is that US? Stream. The one for PC, how can you do it? So do you stream? Do you PC stream at all? Plug? Me too, but only 2 destinations. You can't get interest from them on your own OBS. Ah, okay. Let me look. So for a Stream Run Go pricing, there was also I think Cliff uses them, Streamable, or he is using them. Okay. You can also pay by the hour or the minute. Yeah, I saw that. I'm like, maybe not. Maybe not for me. So I wonder, start hosting videos for free. So I wonder if I could use this as my thing. Crop video, upload video, backup video, share video link, send multiple videos, add free video player. Can I cancel? How long videos? The Pro plan includes 2 terabytes of bandwidth per month. Oh, okay. Sorry. Yes, you stream. Okay, so the costs for IRL, at the very least, for the most easiest and efficient way, you would probably need to purchase a SRT LA endpoint relay server or service. Hang on. SRT LA endpoint relay. okay, it's a relay. So you will need to, for the, again, easiest option, you will need to purchase a SRTLA endpoint relay. Now, the cheapest of those relays is $10 USD a month. And for the benefits, compared to a standard SRT stream, I think is outweighs it. It just makes things a lot easier, a lot less headache. Because with standard SRT stream, you need to know how to configure port forwarding, as well as make sure that your internet service provider isn't being blocked behind some kind of a Signat wall or some kind of firewall. Whereas the SRTLA endpoint relay bypasses all of that. So that's one cost per month, is at the very least $10 USD. And then depending on what you're utilizing to stream, if you're using a smartphone, then whatever you're paying for your plan, that's how much it costs. And the great thing about using an SRTLA relay endpoint is it gives you the ability to also bond multiple internet connections together. So if you had one phone specifically to use for IRL streaming, you can then have another phone to act as an extra internet connection, to which that case the first phone will be able to bond at the very least 2 internet connections together to send to the endpoint relay cloud, and then that then gets pushed to your home OBS, and then your home OBS adds overlays or whatever you do with your stream, and then push that out to the endpoint platforms such as Twitch or YouTube. But yeah, the main cost so far is the endpoint relay for SRTLA. You have 35 Sony camera. Which one's that one? Which one is 35? Let's see. Which camera is that one? 35. So are you planning to use a phone, a Sony camera, and then what are you planning to use for your video encoder? I think we started the wrong way around. Yeah, I think we started the wrong way around. What is your camera that you want to use for IRL stream? IRL streaming? Yeah. FX3, FX30, FS6. Yep. Okay. So those are the cameras. So what are you wanting to use as essentially the video encoder? So I wonder though. I do wonder. Yeah, for IRL. But I think if they're going to be using it for like live event streaming, then that might work. Because some venues don't have the best internet connectivity. Actually, all venues don't have the best internet connectivity. So you need to have extra connections to provide a more stable upload speed. FX6. So, pricing. Is that 25 a month? Okay, so disconnect protection, failover message, AI noise cancellation, device switching up to 2, multi-stream destinations 2, Twitch dual format streaming, so that's automatically enabled. Workflow, oh, okay. So HTML, PNG overlays, picture-in-picture, Twitch enhance, REST. So how? Okay, there's no way to add browsers. I use multiple things. AliExpress, Amazon, eBay, Facebook Marketplace. So it really depends on what items I need and whether or not I can get them at a reasonable price. But it is interesting though, because if you have an FS6 as a Sony camera, then I would assume that you would have the finances to pay for a cloud-based service of some sort. So even the stream run might actually be good, because it's not $150, but it is $25, and it does have disconnect protection. But then how would you add an overlay? Can you even add an overlay on stream run? Stable streams, multi-streaming, GPU encoding, OBS and streamer bot included. What resolution? We don't impose artificial limits. Can I use you can import your existing OBS subscriptions. Ooh. You can do configuration. Don't know how it works exactly. Ah, okay. All right. Thank you, Amaze. So yeah, just curious, because I'm looking at it, but it doesn't actually state that you can or can't do browser sources within Stream Run itself. So no, you need to use the way you use to IRL. Okay. So you have a camera. Now, how do you then send the camera feed to an SRTLA output? What are you using? What do you have any devices that will act as a video encoder in that sense? You're not 100% sure if you can do a browser source. Ah, okay, yeah. You can with Streamable, because you can access a real cloud OBS. So Streamable is priced at, am I even looking at the right one? Boom. Now, when I looked at Streamable, I'm pretty sure I saw a different pricing. So, yeah. I'm pretty sure I saw a completely different pricing. Hence why I didn't look into it. So I must have seen something ridiculous differently somewhere. 180 max? Yeah. Okay, so dot run. Okay. Because I'm like, what is this one? Okay, there we go. All right, so I wasn't out of my mind. Okay, so there is tiers. So $59, $120, $180. Yeah, these are all US prices too. So he's going to add it, but at which tier? Will he add it to the basic tier or will he add it to the more advanced tiers? That's the question. Okay, so Moblin. So you have a Sony camera, you have an iPhone running Moblin. Now, unfortunately, there isn't a way through cables to directly connect the Sony camera to Moblin running on iPhone. Now, if memory serves me correctly, I do believe the newer Sony FX style cinema cameras do have the ability to output a SRT stream over Wi-Fi. So you could potentially then initiate a wireless RTMP or wireless SRT stream to push into Moblin running on an iPhone, provided both devices are connected to the same Wi-Fi network. Then Moblin running on an iPhone will then push to SRT LA, and then your home OBS will then pull down that stream, and then your home OBS will then apply overlays, and then your home OBS will then push out to your endpoint platform. You use Moblin like how I'll use it? Okay, yeah. So for the FX Cinema cameras, I do believe they have the ability to do wireless streaming. So what you might be able to do if you have a local hotspot or Wi-Fi connection, you should be able to configure your Sony cinema cameras to push a RTMP or SRT stream via the travel router or hotspot into your Moblin. So but it lags. Yeah, that's unfortunately some of the things that is inherent with the wireless streaming, especially RTMP or SRT. So you might be able to utilize. So you want Moblin. There isn't a direct way to connect a Sony camera via any kind of cable to an iPhone running Moblin. So you might also, if it's lagging, you might also have to change the bitrate, because, and depends on your hotspot or your Wi-Fi connection. If it's too old or too slow, then the wireless stream from the Sony camera won't push through, or it will push through, but it will create stuttered streams. Streamable.run. Yeah. If that's something that you can afford, but you might have to, if you want to use Moblin though, that's, yeah. Otherwise, on an iPhone, you can't connect a HDMI camera on an iPhone. But if you have an iPad, you can. So if you have an iPad running Moblin, and then you connect your Sony camera via a capture device and then connect that into your iPad that has a USB-C port, then you will be able to then ingest that video feed into the Moblin app running on an iPad and then push out SIT-LA stream. Yeah. And then with Moblin running on a iPad, you should then be able to utilize Moblink as well, provided all devices are connected to the same Wi-Fi network. Now, Moblin will only able to allow the use of one audio at any one time. So you have to choose either between using the FX or the Sony camera's audio, or you need to then choose a source of your choosing and then just use that single one. Can you run production? Can you try it? It really depends, location-wise, as well as cellular reception. Because if you go into an area where there's bad reception, then no matter what kind of equipment you have, bad reception is bad reception. So there's really no way of being able to provide a good service in an area with pretty poor reception. Yeah. Yeah. Again, if you wanted to use a different internet provider, such as Starlink Mini, that's extra costs because you need to buy the Starlink Mini dish, and then you need to buy, you need to pay for the monthly subscription to utilize that Starlink Mini in roaming, which is costing like $210 Australian a month for unlimited roaming data. $1 million per year? I don't know. So again, it really depends. Really depends on the services that you're wanting to use, as well as paying for staff. So it could be a lot less, could be a lot more, but depends on really what you want to do. And where did I put this lens cap? Ah, it's in the bag. Okay. At least that's for, yeah, I don't know how much some production houses will charge. So that's something that has to be looked into separately. Okay. Oh yeah, I've run a one man production. That's my whole business. Can I go IRL? Yeah, I can, but I've already done it today. It's almost 10 p.m. at night, and there's really nothing to do in order to showcase IRL. Oh shit, did I just ruin it? I think I might have ruined it. Yeah, so I utilize majority of this equipment not only just for IRL streams on Twitch, but also for live event services that I do offer, like such as weddings, funerals, and stuff like that. Sometimes TED Talks or TED style talks. Yes, I have a drone. I have the DJI Neo 2. So it's the smaller version that's currently available that I've tested a couple of days ago. No, 3 days ago? Whatever my previous stream was, I did a test with flying the drone out on the beach, and I had to use my Starlink Mini because it was almost at the end of its monthly date, so I needed to use some data before it gets reset back to 100. Why is okay? That's odd. It's very odd. Why is that side of the lens not as scratchy? You can watch the stream. I did it in the previous stream, where I was using Moblin. I was using a DJI Pocket 3, and then I connected my drone and flown that, and then switched to that scene. Probably not, because looking at the definition, a CPL filter will only affect tinted windows, not glass. So glass will always have glare. So the polarizer filter will only cut through windows that have a tint or reflections, such as the water, because the water would reflect the sky, and then you would use the CPL lens to cut through the water. But for glass, it doesn't do anything, apparently, according to the definition. So I don't know. I have to think about it and then see. Otherwise, I might try and get the operators of the Vogue box to rotate it a little bit more, so that it's not to try and minimize the reflection from the big ass screen. Next stream, probably tomorrow, but I won't be flying the drone because I'll be in an area where it is a no-fly zone. Yeah, away from light sources, or I could probably try set up like a black curtain to try and at least block the reflection from the screen to appear on the front screen. Why not next stream? Yeah. So yeah, like a V flat. I do have black curtains. It's a lot easier to set up. Because I'll be working. I'll be working next stream, so I won't be able to do droning. And I'll be in an area where it's a no-fly zone. And I don't have a commercial license to fly a drone. So in order to fly a drone in an area where it's a no-fly zone, you need to have a commercial license. You also need to register your drone as well. So if anything were to go wrong, the operator can be made accountable for that, instead of just having all these cowboys flying their drones everywhere, which has happened. So yeah. Okay. Let's see. Ah, okay. So the thing about my drones is that they're the more budget-friendly, cheap options. So I don't have the Pro remote. Now the Pro remote, at least for some of the DJI drones, does offer HDMI out, which then you're able to then plug into your switcher of sorts. My drones don't utilize the Pro remotes, or I can't afford the Pro remote because the Pro remote is $1,000. And I was like, for a remote, nah, don't worry about it. Forget about it. Don't worry about it. Normal clear glass reflects the light in the same way. Turning the filter ring will not change the view through a clean normal glass window. Yeah. Okay, let's keep that up because I do want to see I do want to compare the pricing. Settings, dashboard. Yeah, up to 1K for a Pro remote control for the drones, and that's whether or not the drone is even compatible for that remote. Sometimes the remotes are only specifically for the higher end drones and not for the cheaper drones. If you could make sense. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. When's my next? What's next for your stream? For tonight, I don't know. What's a goal you've got for this year? I actually don't know. This ain't no Thanksgiving. This ain't no thankfulness either. It's just survive, survive, survive. So the things that I have purchased really are things that were right time, right place, if that makes sense. Yeah. Right time, right place. Got what I would have wanted, but it was way too outside the price range that I would normally get. Oof, FX5. It is. There's a video, or there's a short on YouTube saying, why get the FX5 when you can get the DJI, whatever that camera is called, with the bouncy head? You can get that with 2 lenses, a remote, and a monitor for the same price of a FX5 body. Yeah, yeah. See. The Ronin 4D, yeah. Hang on, let's have a look. Let's compare prices. So, what is the price of a FX5? Huh? Price. Okay, an FX5 is Jesus Christ. Okay. You know what? If we're gonna go high end, might as well go high end. And then let's go Ronin 4D. I can't tell. Is there a difference? Is that it? It's too heavy. I'll hurt my hands, my back, my shoulders, my arms, my lower back. What is my message to the world? Be yourself, I think. Yeah. All right, let's have a quick squiz. So a brand new Cinema FX5 actually is 8,300, but you can get it for 7,800. And then if you want the FX5 with the top handle, it is $8,900. Now, a DJI Ronin 4D is almost the same price, except this doesn't include a lens. So you're going to have to buy a lens. But you're going to have to buy a lens for the FX5 anyway. Right? That's what it's showing me. This is on special though. So normally it's $8,300, but it's on special for some reason for $7,800. And then this is $7,600 without a lens. But you still need to buy a lens for the FX5. Unless I'm looking at the wrong one, because here this is 15,000. This is 8K. But if you look on the shopping list, it's all relatively the same price range. So there's 7.5, 8,800, 2,000. I don't know. That's Care. That's the Care. Oh wow. Oh, okay. Jeez. Okay, I must be looking at something ridiculous. So why is this? It includes a lens. It also includes a license. Oh no, it doesn't include. Oh, it doesn't include a license. I think this also includes. Okay, so 8K gimbal. So lens. This is very vague. I don't know if it's included or not. Focus module and touchscreen display. So this image doesn't have the side handles. This image does. So okay, this does include the grips. So I don't know. I don't know what the price difference is. Yes, I'll use JB Hi-Fi. Looks fancy. Hey, Orange, welcome on in. Yeah, so we're discussing prices. Now, with the upcoming Sony FX5 that's going to be released, it's already $8,000 just for the body. But then if you were to purchase a DJI Ronin 4D, it's $7,600. But both models does not include any lenses, so you're still going to have to spend money to buy lenses, which I think is fine, because if you're just going to buy the body anyway. Yeah, I saw a short where someone was like, if you're going to get an FX5, think you might be able to get this instead. So yeah, that probably could be it, Weekman. That 14,000 might be the full package with all the extras, because it did include a lens. But that doesn't make any sense, because the handles only cost $800. But that should be part of the package anyway. You could start small. Just like the FX5, you could start small. I don't understand. Just looking at all this, it's just like the price ranges are just ridiculous. So there's three stores that are roughly similar in pricing, but then you have this one here, the same store, DigiDirect, but it's twice the price. I was born in the 80s. And then DJI announces the Ren 5D, which will be twice the price. But the 4D is still a relevant system. So, yeah, so, okay, this is the same store. One store has a 6K version, Zenmuse X9 6K, and then we have the 8K version. Okay, so this one is a higher resolution, and it also includes a lot more features. I didn't realize that there were two versions. I thought it was just one version. Damn. Oh. Okay. Oh, I think I got a response back on the Moblin. Ah, okay. So a Pro M1 chip might actually work better. Okay. I'm good. I want to grow my channel organically. Oh. Okay. So I need to do more testing on the relay server. So I need to link the YouTube custom RTMP stream key, and then I need to also create a video for the outro for ending. And I think that might be it. Oh, I need to also do another test for home OBS to try and push a more stable stream to the cloud server. Yeah.
Looks like meat's back on the menu, boys.
I am getting hungry again, so I might have to have another slice of pizza. Whew. All right, I think I might call it for tonight. It wasn't going to be a long stream to begin with. It was literally just me going to test the cloud-based relay. But YouTube wasn't working, so I can't do that. Yes, I have premium. Medium. I wonder if this works. Does it work?
Medium.
Yeah. All right. So I might set up a stream for tomorrow of me setting up the photo booth and the photo station. I probably won't be able to respond to everyone in chat. So if I have the action for in a pretty high up position, then it shouldn't matter. Right? It shouldn't matter. So if I have that up high, aim down, showcasing the photo booth and the photo shoot. But then I'll have the mic on me so that I can still probably read chat and then just speak. All right, let's see what we have. Nah, all good. All good. All right, thank you to Aussie Cheese for the 5 stream streak. Cheers. Yeah, okay, you missed out on Monkey. Damn. Coming in, so all good. Oh, why is it? Oh, okay, yeah. That took a while to load up. All right, so I'm going to end stream. Thank you for everyone who's tuned in. So yeah, primarily was testing one of the online relays. However, ran into some difficulties, and yeah. Thank you, Doro. I shall enjoy my pizza. Thank you, Wigman, as well. So yes, I'll be on tomorrow. Oh wait, you guys are here. Let me show you something. And before we go around. Okay. So again, as I mentioned, I did. Where's that video? Where was it? Direct messages. Okay, this one here. All right, let's show desktop. Pink. Okay, so this is the awards night from last night, right? So there's the Vogue booth or the Vogue box, right? And let's now switch over to this monitor. All right, so on the left, Curry, hey, I was about to leave, but you guys are watching, so might as well. So on the left is the video that was recorded onto the external monitor. So I used my Atomos Ninja to record a HDMI output. Now on the right, I might just bring this. Oh, okay. I might just bring this down so you guys can actually. No, why? Whatever. Okay. Actually, no, I should do this way. Yep. So on the left is the video, is a video recorded from the HDMI live on a monitor. Okay. Now that black is when I push down the trigger on the camera. Now on the right is the still images from said camera, although I need to find where that lady was. Okay. Let me just fast forward. Okay, here we go. So this lady here, right? So on the video, it looks great. Very colorful, very vivid. But on the image, as soon as you zoom in, it looks very faded. Now, this is a JPEG. The RAW has a lot more detail, right? So I am using Lightroom to, first of all... What? Am I muted? Am I? Oh, I was going to literally yell. I was going to yell into the mic. Motherfucker! Thank you. So, yeah. I got confused. So, we're on the same page now. So, because the camera, it was in photo mode, I am unable to record the video internally in camera while taking photos. Hence why I connected an external monitor via HDMI out and recorded that. So this is what it sees. The original, okay, let me video effects transform. Okay, this is what video crop default. This is what it looks like. So this is the sky and this here is the ground. This is what the video is recorded as. So using the powers of VLC, I'm able to manipulate the rotation of the video, as well as now, because it's just black, I'm able to initiate a crop. So okay, so we've done her. So as you can see, the colors are muted. Let me now just pause this video. Wind it just a little bit. Boom. Okay. Yeah. The colors are muted. So I don't know if I need to try and fix it up. But again, as you can see, there is some reflections from lights and panels that I can't remove or clean up because they were from the big ass TV from behind me. Now this is what the image looks like straight from the camera, no alterations. So I think I may need to, okay, this is the triple. So let's here go. So I think the first thing I want to do is to properly white balance the interior box because it is technically white. Now, as you can see, on this image here, even though her dress is supposed to be all maroon, that orangey spill is actually the reflection from the TV behind me, or sorry, from the big projection behind me. Here, there, and then you can kind of see here some of the writing and the lettering of the logos that was on the TV. Again, I didn't notice it until I started taking photos, and by that time, it was too late for me to ask them to change to a different slide or even change the orientation of the Vogue box. What I might do for tomorrow is to ask the operators of the Vogue booth to rotate it a few more degrees so it doesn't have essentially the reflection of the TV. So let's play this more. Okay, and that is it. So they're going to leave, and then the next group will come in. See, again, depending on where they're standing, the reflections kind of ruin some of the images. So here, I'm not sure what happened here. It might have been a flash. It might have been someone's phone that was close to the booth. Again, this is just a Perspex material, and it was windy that night, so it kept moving back and forth. So as soon as the Perspex bulged, it will probably catch a reflection from somewhere, and yeah, can't really fix that. And then we have this one here. I should take a photo from inside, looking out towards the camera, because it's hard to see. So I had to stand near the camera and hold up my fingers so that I'll tell them beforehand, I'm going to take 3 photos. So please do 3 different poses. And I'll do this 1, 2, and then they'll turn to their position. And then 3, turn to the 3rd position, snap, okay, and then done. Need to find an angle with the least light source. Yeah. So the least light source, or I can set up some temporary curtains to just block out that specific portion that's sort of kind of reflecting towards the screen. Ooh, yeah. I've heard reports that if you're in here, because the overhead lights are quite bright, it's hard to see out. So I did buy a small portable karaoke machine with a wireless mic, but didn't have time yesterday. There was a lot of shit that happened yesterday that caused me so much stress. First of all, my van, the car battery, when I started the van while I was at home, worked fine. Drove out to J-Car, an electronics store. Went in, grabbed the karaoke, portable karaoke machine. Came out, car wouldn't start. I'm like, fuck. Because I could hear it when I first started the key. And it's like, and I'm like, ooh, that's a very poor battery. And then luckily I brought along a jumper battery pack, and I was able to start my vehicle. But that was one of the stressful things. And then I drove all the way out to the casino, the venue, started setting up, had everything kind of ready, and then I realized I forgot to bring my laptop, which is what I need in order to tether the camera as well as connect the printer. And I'm like, fuck. And then I raced to the van, jumped in, started, hopped out, jumper wires, started tugging everything out, and then just raced home. It was incredibly stressful to do all that. Got any boost? If only it was easy to get there so we can assist. Yeah, that would be great. So let's fast forward. Where are we? So yeah, this is supposed to be white, but I think because of the white balance and the color shift within the camera, I was in stress mode. So I just like switched to shutter priority and just change everything on the fly until it looked good, until the people look good, not necessarily the background. the subjects look good. And again, these are all straight from camera. So when I do editing, I'm probably gonna do a white balance check on the backdrop, and then maybe just add a bit more saturation to make the colors pop out. And yeah, so far I think everything is fine. Again, that I cannot I cannot fix this. I can, but it's going to take so much time per photo. And I think I took like 400 photos, individual photos. So yeah, stressing over everything. Yeah, luckily the photo booth was set up and running. It was good to go. It was like done, because I can do that in my sleep. I can set up the photo booth blindfolded with one hand tied behind my back. I can set that up. But holy shit, getting everything to run for the photo station. Jesus. Not only that, so that one issue was the battery in the van dying. Second issue was I forgot my laptop at home, so I had to race all the way home to pick up the laptop. While I was at home, I switched over my Yaris battery and shoved that into the van because it became too unreliable. There was a point in time when I was traveling home where the van, all the dials would reset back to zero, and then you could hear the van gook gook, and it's like, what the fuck? And yeah, I'm like, nah, I'm not putting up this shit. Raced home, pulled the battery out from the van, the dead battery or the dying battery, quickly put that on charge, and then opened up my Yaris, pulled the battery out, and then shoved that into the van and drove that. Yeah, I think it's the alternator's not providing enough top-up charge. I cruised from the Philippines to Australia. Typically takes about 21 nights. Oh, 21 nights. But I love editing photos. No one, that's a fucking lie, Doro. No one likes editing photos. How dare you? That is a lie. No one likes editing photos. Oh, man. Oh. And the thing is, I kept adjusting the dials throughout the night. So when I'm in Lightroom right now, I would apply a finalized filter. But then as soon as I get to a set of photos where I've changed a dial, everything just looks all fucked up. And there's too much highlights, too much saturation. It's like, now I have to readjust everything. And then 20 photos later, I adjusted it again in camera. And then I'm like, to now change it back. Like, So that's the great thing about Lightroom is, let me, wait, what do you use, Doro? Do you do batch photo editing? And I mean color correction editing. You want to edit actual film, like film stock. That's crazy. A cruise is not best for traveling. You really do. It's looking for how best to bring out person's features. Okay, so this type of editing, it's editing, but I wouldn't call it like full-blown editing. Yeah, batch Lightroom. Yeah, so I would. Let me bring up Lightroom now. It shouldn't tank my PC. It did previously, before all the upgrades. So hopefully it doesn't tank my PC. DaVinci does have, but I don't think it does batch correction. What the fuck? Okay, hang on. I'm on the wrong project. Open catalog. Relaunch. Oh, also, let's see here. Let's see if you recognize this. Like removing stray hair, friends, reflection shouldn't be there. That's too much work. Nah. Mine is literally straight up color correction. Move on. Color correction, orientation, crop, move on. That's all I do. That's all I do. So yeah. Oh, cosplay photos. Yes, that's right. Okay, that's where you would need fine-tuned details. This is slow-mo, by the way. This is recorded in 1080p 120 frames per second. This was at the Open Air Show Day. The RAF Base Open Day. Look at that. What's this one? Oh yeah, the jet. The jet. I was amazed by how close we can get to the jets. It was crazy. Did I even take a photo? I must have only just took. Oh, there it is. Pride. Flip. Where are the mechs? Oof. We have to go to Japan for that. The mechs. Okay. Oh, wait. Where are we looking at? I think this was. Oh, no, this is. Oh, wait. I'm selecting the raws. Yeah, this was it. The Philippines. So, okay, this is Lightroom, and let me look for a photo that I've touched up. Touch-ups, okay? No, none of this fucking okay, so how do we go side by side? Okay, so this here is the. Oh, shit. How do I? It's too close. Fill. Okay, so this is the image straight from the camera. As you can see, the background isn't white. It has a magenta shift. But then if you look on here, I've used a white balance selector to try and get the best white. And then I've also cropped the image as well as rotated by a few degrees because I was on grass and it kept tilting, or it kept rolling. Yeah. She was part of the dance group. So yeah, and I think, yeah, this is raw, so we should be able to see some fine detail. Now, luckily, she stepped across so that none of her main parts was blocked by this text. And she was in a position where it doesn't look like there's any reflections on this part of the surface area. So as you can see, yeah, here, I can probably fix that, but that's going to take way too fucking long. There's like 600 photos. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. And then I think there was... We're going back too far. Then we have this one here. Again, I color corrected the background in order to make this more white. And hey Del, how are you? And brought down the exposure a little bit because I think it might have been a bit too bright. Increase the saturation, increase the vibrance, increase shadows, brought down the light. No, they're not me. I appreciate it though. I don't even know if I could fit into one of these. And then the duo. Yeah, so as you can see, I was in the process of adjusting the camera angles or the camera settings. So here, as you can kind of see, it's a bit bright in the top section here. So I've had to bring down the entire exposure and then slowly add it up, increase the shadows and the darks and adjust the highlights a little bit. And at the same time, also color correct the white background, or the background to be white. It definitely could. If I had my long hair. Alrighty then. So yeah, Lightroom, I think, is an amazing software, especially for quick batch processing. So all I do is, okay, for instance, for this, let me switch to single mode. Alrighty then. So I would, first of all, readjust this so it's a bit more even. Shakira. Otherwise, I would go back to a previous photo, select the new photo, and then apply previous, which will paste all the previous settings onto this new photo, which makes things a lot faster. So I don't have to go through and tweak every single one. I can copy every setting and then slap it on to the new photo. And if I wanted to, if I know that the rest of these photos are going to be very similar in terms of how they were captured, shutter speed, aperture, ISO, I can select a whole bunch, right click, and then paste. And now it will literally paste the previous settings on every selected image. So if I were to now select this one here, white background, white. This here might be too white. Oh, damn. Why is it? Okay, can we go 66? No, let's go 30. Okay, so 130 fit. Okay, so here it might be too bright. because of skin color and fabric as well, it reflects and cause it to bounce. So what we could do is then readjust the exposure to bring it down a little bit. Just double check that we have. And then if we switch to the next photo again, just make those subtle adjustments as well. Yeah. You've watched some Peter Coulson vids. It's wild what he gets done to make good photo. It's, yeah. This was stressful because I was tasked to take photos as well as print photos as soon as I took them, like a Polaroid, but I had all the technology to go with it. So this is where are we? This is DFW. Oh, okay, we didn't go that far. Cool. All right, so we can't do that. So on the left is the video that I was able to capture using an external monitor from the same camera that I was using to capture the images as well. So this kind of gives a real preview of what the camera settings was shooting at. The image on the right is the JPEG variant of what was captured, and as you can see, is not as saturated, but there is quite a few things that I can kind of fix. And within Lightroom, I'm able to manipulate the background to be a lot more white, although I don't know if I've reached this person. Okay, so let's go previous. There you go. So now let's go side by side and let's go fill. So this is the original image, and then this here is an image that I have color corrected. But now, because of the extra processing, it does look a bit bright. So I either have to decrease the darks and the shadows, or I believe it's increase the contrast to make it a lot more darker. Yeah, and that was unfortunately my fault because I've forgotten how to do custom white balance in my camera, and I was on a time pressure. I was time pressured, so it looked good to me on screen. I'm like, yep, that looks good. Fire away. So let's go 100%. Now, unfortunately, as I mentioned earlier, a majority of the reflections is from the massive projector screens behind me. So there's no way for me to remove that. Yeah, I thought this would be more detailed, being a raw image. But the Perspex cover of the Vogue booth has also degraded some of the image as well. So it's like looking through glass with a bit of smudge. Yeah. So yeah, that is pretty much it. So Doro, if you're interested, I am more than happy to offload this. Maybe not this batch. Tomorrow night. Tomorrow night will be hectic. So tomorrow night will be fucking hectic. So okay, so that was two things. So the first thing was the car battery. The second thing was the laptop. I forgot it at home. there was a third thing. A third thing that happened that just caused me so much grief. The printer. Because I was using the gaming laptop and I've installed everything correctly, I believed I installed everything correctly. The printer worked, and then there were times where the printer didn't work. And then there were times where the printer just kept printing the same image over and over and over. So, yeah, it was a great night. I also set up a photo booth as well. So that's for Dell. I also run a photo booth business. Like, actually, that's my primary goal. I primarily run a photo booth business. That's my weekend work. But the organizers, I've known one of the organizers for quite a while, and they know that I can do this sort of photo station type setup. So they've asked me to provide a photo station specifically to shoot in front of the photo booth. Now, this was from an awards night last night. So this here is the awards. There's the catwalk. And then there's the Vogue booth. Oh my Last convention you left the gimbal and you even left your bag with all your cash. Oh, did you get it back? Weekman, did you get it back? Thanks, Del. It was really stressful. I was so stressed. I was out of my mind. You left it at home. Oh, okay. At least it was at home. Poor for the weekend. Okay. 12 minutes. Do not find any cash at all. Let's see if I can find okay, yep. This one here. Because we saw the photos already. Let me make the adjustments so we can see it. Number 1. Okay, so we need to go to Tools, Track Synchronization, Video Effects, Geometry, Transform, Close, and then we need to go Video, Crop, 1:1. And this is, again, the recorded video. And then if we go into Vogue and look for this person, we should be able to match the video to the image. Oh, not that one. This one. Okay. So the recorder was having issues as well. And I think it was either the hard drive speed or the HDMI cable I was using. So hence why it's causing this. Or I just have too many things open right now. Because Lightroom takes up some resources. OBS takes some resources. Although we're only at 17% CPU. Crazy. Good thing you brought some cards with you. Yes. But yes, it will be happening again tomorrow night. So I'm going to try set up the iRaw camera as a sort of POV bird's eye view camera of just me setting up the photo booth. So I'll probably be setting up at probably 3 p.m. I hope not. The photo booth stuff is at the location because we were gracious enough to be able to have an area to store some stuff. So as long as I bring all the equipment that I brought home to charge up and remove all the data and bring that back, I think we'll be fine. I think we'll be fine. And hopefully I can do more recording within the external monitor. So, and I realized that when in photo mode, the stabilization isn't active until you hit the shutter button. So all right. All right, that's it. That's it. All right. Thank you to everyone who's tuned in, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Try run found all the bugs. Tonight will go perfect. I hope so. I truly hope so. One of the bugs is the printers. The printer keeps printing out the same image, and even when I click cancel and stop, it still continues to print. So it's just like, so. All right. Thank you again to everyone who's tuned in. And unfortunately, there isn't anyone that I can see that's rateable. Yeah, it's fine. All right. Hope you have a great night, Dell. Thank you, JPR. Thank you, Wigman. Thank you, Doro. Hey, Dell, is there a stream today for Stacy or no? Hang on, let me check the schedule. Schedule. What's today? Today is the... No, wait. The 5th? Sunday. Okay. I've been making so many clips. It's hilarious. The shit that comes out of Stacey's mouth. Clippable. Wrong context. That's anytime I clip something, it's either very impressive or we can tweak it to be taken out of the wrong context. And it's always hilarious. All right. Thank you to everyone who's tuned in, and I'll be streaming tomorrow. So I'll be streaming a lot earlier. So right now it's at 11 p.m. So I'll probably start streaming at 3 p.m. So that's 8 hours before. Yeah, 8 hours. Tuesday with Yenny. Ah, nice. All right. Bye, everyone. Thank you.
You didn't say the magic word. You didn't say the magic word.
I knew you'd say that.
Wow.
Nice.